Welcome to Let's Talk Sustainability, the Mazars podcast series that explores the evolving sustainability landscape for businesses. In each episode, we hear from experts on a range of environmental, social, and governance issues, as they share best practices for building solid sustainability strategies and identify varied and valuable opportunities for businesses. Today, we will be talking with Alexia Perversi, Director of Sustainability Services, Mazars UK, and Gareth Jones, Partner, Global Head of Privately Owned Business, Mazars. It's great to have you both on the podcast.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you, pleasure.
Societal expectations of corporate governance are evolving, and the recent COP26 conference has reaffirmed that sustainability remains a top priority. Yet, the corporate world lags behind in its sustainability efforts, and it hasn't gone unnoticed. Businesses are facing increased scrutiny to rethink both their attitudes and strategies on sustainability. Business models need to evolve and embrace lasting value creation that benefits not only the shareholders, but also internal and external stakeholders as well as wider society. With this in mind, Mazars has partnered with ecoDa to create a practical guide aimed at helping board members and leadership teams navigate their sustainability journey. Alexia, could you tell us a bit about the vision for the guide and who will support it?
Sustainability should be securing more time on the board agenda. The stakes are high and directors need to act now. Addressing sustainability is a fundamental part of directors' stewardship and fiduciary roles. And there is no single or standardised approach on how to do this. Our guide attempts to cut out the jargon and provide boards with a practical tool to engage on this topic. It's been designed for use by a wide range of companies, irrespective of which stage they're at on their sustainability journey. It's been designed to inspire and encourage boards to think more holistically about sustainability and prepare for formal discussions on this topic, leading to action.
And although there's no single approach, there's definitely a universal push for businesses to do better. Gareth, could you comment on the growing pressure for businesses to be more transparent about their responses to environmental, social, and governance issues, also known as ESG?
Thanks, yeah. I think through the COVID-19 crisis, it's really stressed the importance of the S in ESG, which we all probably know is lacking overall direct action. For many large businesses, regulations are changing, including the Corporate Sustainability Reporting Directive, and this has increased the scope for many of those businesses to include mandatory assurance of ESG disclosures. So these businesses certainly cannot now ignore the topic. We already know from a recent WEF Global Risk Report that ESG risks account for 4 of the top 5 risks in terms of impact. In dealing with these big issues up front, and a commitment to ESG will certainly give businesses a strategic competitive advantage. And of course, those businesses and brands that fail to recognise and take action on ESG issues will no doubt not have long-term sustainable future.
And many businesses are eager to include sustainability initiatives into their corporate agendas, but without careful planning, it can backfire. Alexia, what is your advice to businesses who want to make meaningful impact but are hesitant because of the rise in greenwashing?
So a board's end goal should be embedding sustainability into the business rather than just treating it as an add-on tick box exercise. This process, however, will not happen quickly, and it needs to happen over time and will require continuous effort. At board level, this means setting the tone at the top and ensuring that sustainability is reflected in the culture of the company. Whilst doing this, however, it's also imperative that boards consider wider stakeholder needs. Doing so will help shift focus away from short-term gains towards that longer-term value creation. However, what will turn plans into action is the alignment of the business strategy with sustainability goals, and also ensuring that these are translated into the business plan.
Great advice. Moving over to you, Gareth, what are the main challenges businesses are confronted with when building a sustainability strategy?
Well, I think, like Alexia just mentioned, tone at the top is really important, and if that's not there, that's going to create challenges within the business. Within private businesses, it's crucial that the topic is on the board agenda, and it should be on there regularly, and that leadership in this area is shown across the business. It cannot be the role of 1 or 2 people in the company, and the messages need to be cascaded across the business. If this doesn't happen, like any strategy, it's going to fail. Any plans to address sustainability must be achievable and accountable. They must be sensible. What is achievable? The plans must have concrete goals and address responsibilities with a sense of urgency. And of course, keeping up with changing regulation is very important so that businesses don't fall behind.
Now that we've covered the challenges and pressures, let's move to the why. Why should businesses become more sustainable? And what are the benefits to building a sustainable business?
So, whilst it's completely legitimate for a company to continue striving for growth and higher profits, the business activities have to be conducted in a sustainable manner. Over the last couple of decades, sustainability has become much more than a fad or a buzzword. Research actually shows that it has real business benefits when it is effectively integrated into business operations. These can be translated into improved brand image, competitive advantage, increased productivity, reduced cost, compliance with regulation, improved profitability, and also puts businesses in a better position to attract funds. So, as you can see, there's a wide range of opportunities that arise from looking at business through a different lens and looking at sustainability.
Certainly. Let's say I'm a business leader and I'm looking to make tangible change in the sustainability realm. What should my first step be?
So, no matter how engaged a board is on the topic of sustainability, our guide offers the opportunity for directors to commit, think, rethink, and act. So, key questions are really, how does your board approach to sustainability measure against the 7 critical success factors for sustainable boards? Those are detailed in our guide. And what can you do better? Another question is, where are you on the sustainability journey, and what are the next steps which will enable you to progressively embed sustainability further into your business? So my advice is, don't let perfect be the enemy of good. Buying into the need for change and looking at how you drive your business through a different lens is only a starting point.
Thank you very much, Alexia and Gareth, for joining us today. For those listening, you can find the guide by visiting Mazars.com and searching A Practical Guide for Boards and Leadership Teams on Sustainability. Thank you for joining us for Let's Talk Sustainability. To keep up with this series, subscribe on your favorite podcast app or go to Mazars.com.